As you may have noticed there, the cutscene for the beginning of this episode is slightly different to usual. Usually there's some shadowy figure standing over us, a statue explodes, and we get the next Colossi information to target. But this time we actually had Aggro and Wanda looking at Mono, like, I guess, hopefully. That's because every 4 Colossi we defeat, there is a new story cutscene, which is why there's only really, if you don't count the ones that you get at the beginning of every episode, there's only really 5 cutscenes in the game. The 4 in the middle. 6. 4. 3. 5. You got 3 on Colossi 4, 8, and 12, and then you've got the intro cutscene from before all the Colossi, and then the ending one after 16. Yeah, that makes sense. 5 total cutscenes. Anyway, what's up guys? It's Daz here. But you don't really care, as we're taking on Colossi number 5. And this one is also one of those fan favourites. Really though, like half of these Colossi are fan favourites. I mean, I expect every one of them is some fan's favourite somewhere, but this one is particularly memorable because it's a figure that, well, you could kind of predict it, sure, but it's one of the only, in fact I think it is the only one of its kind in certain degrees, and in other degrees it's copied a couple more times. But anyway, while we're on our journey here, we come to our first save statue thing. That's not the official name, I don't remember it myself, but it's good to remember this because not only can you save and pray and get some health, but every single one of these has a lizard, oh boy, with a glowing tail. What you can do is, if you destroy this lizard, if you kill it, you can grab its tail and it will increase your stamina a little bit. Quite helpful, because considering, you know, this whole game is based around holding on, so you're going to want a lot of stamina. Of course, there's one problem with this thing. It's a lizard, which means it's quite agile, and killing it is no easy task. In fact, throughout my practice fight, I had a lot of trouble with them. Well, don't mind if I don't. Okay then. I hope this is a good trend that'll stay throughout this Let's Play, because I've found a lot of times I've probably spent more times fighting... no, I probably spent about the same amount of times trying to destroy the lizards as I did trying to defeat the Colossi, just because they're so squirmy. Now there are other lizards around here, but they don't have glowing tails, so they can't give you anything, so it's not worth it. Anyway, the sword is telling us to go in this general direction, and if not, then I accidentally went into the wrong Colossi area. Oh well. Now let's see. We've found the place. I think this is it. And we have to stop here because... Whoa! That was not what I intended. Did I just press triangle at the wrong time, or did that not count at all? I don't know what happened, but... Now we're introduced to the water, and there's one little like polishy thing that I really like about this. For one thing, you can hold R1 and you go underwater, and I'm not sure if it's faster or not, but if you go out of the water, you see your stamina gauge, which is obviously also your air because you're holding your breath. It goes up in little bulks as if you're gasping for breath, although apparently I took so little time underwater that time that it just went up in one go, because Wanda has some really great lung capacity, apparently. Anyway, let's get up here. Now that I know I can just jump to climb, that's all I want to do now. I don't want to hold up on the left stick. Anyway, let's meet Colossi number 5, Avion. Also known as Avis Praeder. Of course, these are still fan names, and the second one was Latin. But let's have a look at this thing. Now, something I quite like about this Colossus is listen to the music. The music that plays is called Silence, and this song seems to, for one thing, it reoccurs with multiple Colossi, but this Colossus in general, this Avion one, is known as being the second most peaceful Colossus in the game. In fact, is it? Yeah, no, yes, second most peaceful. I was going to say it should be the most, but no, there is one that's a little bit more peaceful than this. And this silent song always seems to appear in, like, these Colossi that are more peaceful. What makes this one so peaceful, you ask? Well, it's just perched on a tower there, and it doesn't do anything else until you provoke it. It just watches you. You can go right up to it, and it won't do anything other than just watch you. It'll turn around and everything, but it doesn't attack you. It's nice. That is, of course, until you stab it with an arrow. Then it's not so nice. In fact, this thing's so not nice that it's the fastest Colossi in the game. And I messed up. That would kill. Well, actually, it almost did. Never mind. Let's pretend that didn't happen. Attempt number 2 with the Flying Bird Colossus. Now, the way you fight this guy is you jump right on its wings. The reason why it's so memorable is probably because you're grabbing hold of a flying colossal bird. And this is where the entire fight takes place. In mid-air. Pretty awesome, I must say. Now then, Avion. One of the unique monsters in that it has 3 major sigils. There's only one other Colossus in the game that's like this. And you've also got to be careful because it's going to do all kinds of flying maneuvers which will try to knock you off. Such as this one, going sideways. Very effective, I hear. Right, there we go. My jump technique got me right on the sigil. God. This is one way to give yourself a heart attack and break your wrists. Jesus Christ, please stop. Alright, there we go. Stab. There's something else that's a little different about this thing is, well, for one thing, it can make you go completely upside down. And I'm gonna fall. Please don't fall. I'm not holding on. Please, rest. Hold on to the edge. Hold on to the edge. Is that not holdable? I guess it's not. That's a shame. Okay, here we go. Wow, that's a really interesting splash animation where it was like shaped like him for a moment. Anyway, what's anatomically interesting about this guy is this guy's 3 main sigils are not in fatal locations, whereas for pretty much every other Colossus, you stab him in the head or in the spine or something like that. This guy has 2 on each wing, not each wings, and then 1 on its tail, which isn't gonna kill it. So really, you don't kill it until the ending, its little ending cutscene, because it will fall to the ground because it can't fly anymore, and then I guess it just drowns. Bit of an unfortunate, fate. And am I seriously gonna fall again? Come on. Okay, hold on for this last bit. I understand. Okay. Yes. No. 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 Oh God. Oh God. Please climb. Get up. Don't fall. You fell. I am not doing very well in this fight, am I? God, I'm like that one character you see in like books and stories and movies where he wears glasses, has a book, knows all the things he needs to know, but when it comes to actually doing the actual practical thing, he's absolutely terrible at it. It's horrible. I'm like a cliche, but anyway. Now oh my God, I seriously fell again. Well, I'm going to take this as a sign to say get on the tail this time. Well, don't go sideways, please. Alright, turn the corner if you must. Oh God. This would be like, for one thing, it would be a massive health hazard, but this would be like an amazing ride if someone could like imitate this somehow. Like, instead of having a mechanical ball, have it be a Colossi like reimagination and just have someone try and climb it and stab these little things. No idea how it would be done without getting some sort of lawsuit after a couple months, but still. Alright, we took out most of it now. Hopefully things will be alright now. Yes? No, you're gonna go sideways again. Every time you stab him in the wings, he does a barrel roll, even though technically it's supposed to be an aileron roll, but that's an interesting thing, because it's become a video game trope, though I don't think it was supposed to be a reference. I think it's just because he wants to turn around in a circle to get you off. I almost said flip you off, but that has completely different connotations. Never mind. Let's get forward, please. Can we roll? Okay, I can't roll, apparently. Oh, I absolutely cannot roll. That's interesting. It's probably just me doing the controls wrong. Okay. Don't. Oh God, how am I supposed to get onto that wing? Maybe. No, that was not a good opportunity to let go. Why did you think that was a good idea? Silence. Jesus Christ, that's fast. I've spent so much time flailing on this thing that I really have just sort of wasted all the... Well, not wasted, but I pretty much said everything I need to say, and at this point it's just trying to do it right. Of course, the only last thing I have to say is this guy cries like a falcon, so obviously it's got bird... Jesus, stop standing on its horns. It's got bird-like influences, though that should probably be obvious by the fact that it's got wings and flies and acts like a bird. Though actually, there is... I've heard something... I haven't seen it myself, so let me test this. Great idea! Do a test when you're in the middle of a battle which you're not very good at. Apparently it turns to look at you, I guess very shortly, if you stab it on the shoulders. Yeah, there you go. It's also apparently one of the only, I think maybe one or two colossi that has a mobile functioning mouth. Whereas all the rest have stationary mouths that don't move. As known by the fact that stationary means doesn't move. That and it means pencil, but still. Let's get rid of this thing. And I'm not going to kill it by stabbing it or blood loss. No, the thing that kills this is the fact that it drowns. Watch as it gargles in salt water in its own living places, just death upon it. Of course, there is one little awkward thing about colossi dying in the water. You can't see the black tendrils which are after you, so maybe this will give me an opportunity. If I can't see them, maybe they can't see me. And maybe I'll be able to fly away. Or it's gonna look even more intimidating because it's all looking like some eel that you can't swim faster than. It's like those dreams where you try running and you don't get any distance because your legs just don't work. Oh god, this is taking too long. Please just...